5, 4,
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Fight, robots, fight.
You do it. Scaripa. I don't know. I have no idea. So BumbleBlitz is one of the many overhead attack bots that we have here today.
Wow. That is definitely a honey-cracked robot. You can tell by the name
Yes.
and the coloring. They're on point with their theming.
So BumbleBlitz brought to you by Liam King. He drives some of the best robots in the honey-cracked team. He said that he has been working so hard on this that he's gotten like 4 competitions worth of design iterations in over the past month, just working on this constantly. Apparently the rest of the honeycrack team was like, hey bro, we need to use the box. Can you please stop?
No, got a hammer saw.
And he's just been practicing with this thing the entire time, so good for him.
That's so crucial. Stick time is really important.
Well, yeah. And then Scaripa brought to you by Zach Knight. It is 72% the size of Promhita, so it's a tiny little Promhita.
And it has a little friend with it,
Tap
hand lifter,
out.
but how's that?
Idea
4,
what was in front of her
3,
right now.
2, 1.
Fight, robots, fight.
All right, really good driving there.
Meeting here in the center, and that anti-horizontal plow is doing work. Here we go. Now, Liam has been practicing for the last month. This is a new robot, but he has a lot of time under his belt on the sticks here. Caldera 12 inverted and stuck up into the rail.
Oh! It can't quite reach. It's a little too low to the ground, but that hammer saw is firing away.
It is firing, but yeah, he needs another inch or 2 to really make contact with Caldera 12. Now, Caldera 12, interestingly, has spun up its weapon completely. This is a pin that has lasted more than 10 seconds. So this is an invalid pin. Here comes the house bot to separate.
Yep, I think BumbleBlitz got stuck. Something prevented it from being able to, you know, remove itself from that pin. It does look mobile, so I'm not sure, you know, what got stuck, but Caldera 12.
Now, very interestingly, Lindsay, we asked the YouTube live chat, and it's a 50-50 split on who is going to win here. And let me just say, I'm here with my Bumble boys, okay? And Caldera is now stuck into the rail. Will that robot come back? Oh, the weapon spun down.
Yeah.
Lindsay, that's not looking good.
That's not where Glenn wants to be. Oh, it's back again. We might see some movement. Did he narrowly avoid countdown?
A minute 15 left here in this fight. It looks like the arm might be damaged a little bit on BumbleBlitz.
The Caldera lads right now.
It's a tap out, and I don't know who tapped out. Caldera tapped.
These bots have been absolutely dominant all day. BumbleBlitz is a beautiful overhead attack robot, and Energizer is the scariest robot I have ever seen built by Team Honeycrack. It is absolutely vicious.
2 of my favorite robots so far today fighting, at least the scariest robots so far today fighting. You see the 2 smaller halves fighting each other, the 2 bigger halves fighting each other.
Oh, that weapon on Energizer is terrifying.
A lot of power in there, and it just keeps going and going and going. BumbleBlitz has pushed Energizer up against the rail and is now taking out the other half.
Yeah, taking out the two multi-bot configurations. Really smart idea.
Listen to that weapon spin up to full speed as they attempt to vibrate off the wall. They don't want to use their unstick, but
Not
they
in the
might
first
have
minute
to.
of the fight, but they're probably going to end up having to.
Ooh. BumbleBlitz getting stuck in its own forks there. They got to be careful. Here comes Energizer.
Energizer's weapon is a hub motor.
Energizer has to be careful bouncing around the box like this now. They don't have any more unsticks. If they get stuck again, that'll be the fight.
Ooh, beautiful shot into the bottom plate by BumbleBlitz. It didn't look like the weapon was spinning at that point, though.
No, that is the shot that BumbleBlitz wants, and they were unable to take advantage of it. There is no spin in that weapon.
Yeah, BumbleBlitz also running a hub-style spinner. That motor is directly mounted to it, you can see there, but there's no action coming from that weapon at all. Energizer very well could have a weapon, but since they're upside down, they're not attempting to spin it.
One of the hardest parts of designing a hammer saw style weapon is keeping the saw spinning. It's in a very difficult spot, very exposed, and you're just whacking it into things. Keeping it spinning is really difficult, and that's sort of what separates the best of the best in the hammer saw world. But it seems like maybe BumbleBlitz will pull it out here, and they've got the weapon spinning again.
Yeah, weapon's back. And they, ooh.
Oh,
spending that time going after the multi, which is probably smart. The multi is their plan for self-running. Nice lift there from the little bot.
what a cacophony of robots here piled on top of each other in the corner. Everyone's yellow. It's hard to tell who's who.
Yeah, it is fun putting all of the Honeycrack team together. You just have that beautiful, bright color scheme.
I wonder how many times they've practiced this fight in their test box.
That's the beautiful thing about this team. They have that full-size test box back at their school. They are able to do a full testing on all of these bots. And apparently BumbleBlitz has been in that test box like non-stop for the past month, really trying to get this bot dialed in.
Seems to be working out for them.
Yeah, it does seem like BumbleBlitz is going to pull this out. I think it's going to go to the judges, but you know, Energizer has just been unable to get much going in this fight.
Absolutely.
As BumbleBlitz just continues to play with the mini-bots.
All right, that's the match. It's going to be going to the judges. And BumbleBlitz in the pink square by Liam King of Hollywood, Maryland. He's bringing a hammer saw that spins at 170 miles per hour. He's 3-0 with 2 KOs. Mark Liu of San Diego has the vertical spinner. Questionable choices, also at 180 miles per hour. 3-0, and this fight is going.
BumbleBlitz is an overhead attack bot, and it hits hard. They have
Patient out of the gate here.
They've been iterating on this bot all week, and they are just trying to pick their shot.
Questionable choices having some issues with gyro there, but they're able to correct. Mini bot there, the second half of BumbleBlitz lifting questionable choices with those cam lifters. Those are active forks that can get under and raise a robot up. But questionable choices able to get off. You can see here there are keep away forks on the front of BumbleBlitz. That is keeping questionable choices too far away for their weapon to engage.
Beautiful shot right there. Nice hit. And the forks do, by the way, put questionable choices at the correct range for their overhead attack weapon.
Now, of course, those forks do not work when they're propped up like that. And now questionable choices getting bigger hits without that fork there to stop them. And BumbleBlitz is on the wall here. Let's see if they can come back.
Yeah, they are able to shake themselves down off the wall without calling for an unstick.
Seems like both of those forks now have been ripped off, and that is really going to hurt BumbleBlitz going forwards. Questionable choices going after the cam lifter, taking out both wheels, and now going after the big half again.
Looks like something is high centering them as well. Perhaps one of those forks underneath the body of the robot.
Yeah. So that seems to be folded back, but still limited mobility here.
Maybe the other side is still folded back.
Could be.
It's not moving well at all.
It's not ripped off, but just folded under the robot.
Hard to tell.
Yeah, well, it is not looking good for BumbleBlitz right now, but as we can see, anything can happen.
Ooh, nice shot directly onto the weapon arm from questionable choices.
Hit
and it looks like
after hit. You see belts and wheels coming off here on the right side of BumbleBlitz. Ooh,
yeah,
there's the tap.
That is an understandable tap out from BumbleBlitz. Your winner is going to be questionable choices.
We got Luke up in the pits with the BumbleBlitz team. Liam. Hey, Luke, how's it going?
Hey, I'm standing by here with Liam King, the builder of BumbleBlitz. Now, Liam, fantastic day. This was a really, really effective robot, and you went incredibly deep with a hammer saw, which is incredible. Now, I would love to take a look at what's unique about this hammer saw. How is it different than other hammer saws that we've seen at this competition?
So I'd say there's two big differences between this hammer saw and a lot of other hammer saws. First of all, it's four-wheel drive. It means that it's much longer than it is wide. Typically, a hammer saw is much more wide to just like encapsulate and control the opponent. But the idea with the four-wheel drive hammer saw is to be much more agile and much more aggressive. And also because it's longer, the arm becomes longer, which gives me much more range to get in deeper, to puncture deeper into the robot. The other big difference with this hammer saw is instead of having two plates with the weapon in the center, I have a UHMW arm with the weapon cantilever on the side. So the idea was from this was heavily inspired from Maximizer. So with Maximizer's tail, the thing is held out on UHMW, and I theorized that the reason he had so much weapon success and the thing just not breaking was because the UHMW was able to just absorb a lot of that energy. And I figured I could apply that to the 12-pound hammer saw. So that's what I did. It's belted all the way to the end, and the weapon is cantilever. Also, having the weapon cantilever on the side helps protect the arm because the weapon is spinning. It also allows me to, because there's no arm on one side of the weapon, it gives the potential to get into those tight spots and get those areas that you really don't want to get hit.
One of the big factors in Team Honeycrack's success has been this big 12/30-pound box now in Southern Maryland. And you have used this box a lot in the last month. Tell me how often, how many hours do you think, how many hours per day, per week, per month, you've spent inside of this box with BumbleBlitz?
So I've probably been at the shop a little bit more than my mentors recommend. However, I just value the box in the training and the resource so much. I've actually had this bot driving around for around a month now, and I've been constantly iterating. Not only do we have the box, but we also have Zoe with her amazing access to 3D printing, and we have Planeform, literally a few buildings down that can help cut parts. So I've just been constantly iterating, getting through all the little inconsistencies and just practicing a lot. So yeah, I could not have done this without this cage, which is why I went on this journey of making a slightly more complicated and unconventional robot.
5 days a week in the box or what?
More like 7, but since I've been out of school, I've just been working on it, and yeah, the grind's been real. But I'm very happy with how it's turned out.
Liam, BumbleBlitz is a winner, and I cannot wait to see more of it. Thank you so much for bringing it to New Bots. All right, we're going to check in with Lindsay.
I just absolutely love Liam. He is a builder who has worked so hard. He's been competing for so long with Team Honeycracked. I think has maybe flown under the radar a little bit, but now is just on this stage and has achieved such amazing results. And I'm really happy he's getting his glow.